It's the family Mart pop.
That's not bad though.
That's not a bad deal.
Yo, can I just talk about the dude I met in Mazatlan? Let's go back.
Yeah.
He was before we got on the boat to go to the what is it?
I think it was before we were heading
shit,
we were
right?
heading to the horses and
Yeah.
shit. Yes.
So this dude was talking to me. I told him I was from Vegas. He was an older cat. He was like in the 60s. And he was like, yo, man, you know, I love Vegas. Or no, he didn't say I love Vegas. He's like, I've always wanted to go to Vegas. I used to live in California. And back in like the 80s and 90s. And I always get invited to go. But I never. This is how long ago he was. He might even have been 70s and 80s because he was like, he used to say they always talking about building new casinos, and one of the new ones they were building was the Horseshoe or some shit like that.
Damn.
Oh,
Old ass
shoot.
casino.
That one's
Yeah.
ancient.
Right.
So around that time. But anyway, he was telling me like he was moving between Cali and Texas, got in some trouble, was facing 25 to life. 25 to life. Because I said, yo, you should come back to Vegas. He said, honestly, brother, I can't come back. I was like, oh, word. I figured, you know, it was some crazy.
Some
So
shit.
he said 25 to life. But then he actually, his lawyer asked him like, you know, you got a citizenship? He's like, yeah, I got one here, but I'm originally from Mexico. And he was like, yo, we're going to see if the DA will drop the case if they pull your citizenship for you. And you just move back to Mexico.
For life.
Basically get deported.
For life.
For life.
Cannot get a U.S. citizenship.
Can I get a U.S. citizenship? And he's like, yeah, I traded it all because look at the freedom I got.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
fire.
Look at the freedom I
Well,
got.
25 to life is not fire, but I'm saying his perspective is fire.
Yeah, because he came back home and working on the boat, he seemed a lot more happier.
Yeah.
Probably staying away from all the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And then just happy making sure people have a good time and
Making some money.
making some money.
Making an
So,
honest living.
an honest living.
Because, listen, man, living under the microscope
For what we know, he might still be hustling out there. Who
could be.
knows?
We don't
Yeah.
know that. But we'd like to think that he's a changed man.
Yeah.
Probably has a family. Did he talk about his family or not?
Nah, but everyone in Mexico that was working for the tours or like the little excursion shit, they all had outside cell phone pockets
Yeah.
that looked like guns.
They did. They're fucking
Because the
big.
13 is big, bro.
Yeah.
Or like the Note.
Yeah.
I thought everyone had a gun.
Yeah.
But
it
it
did
wasn't
look like
a gun.
that.
It's just a big phone.
This is a big ass phone.
Yeah. Did you get his name? I guess we don't have to shout
I didn't get his name, but
Shout out to that guy.
Yeah, he seemed
Yeah.
fulfilled.
Yeah.
yeah, so that was
Because
cool.
25 to life, I mean,
That's scary, bro.
You
In the country that's not yours.
yeah. Bruh. Imagine that. You're doing
Yeah.
fucking life in a country that's not, somewhere you were not.
Not
From.
born. That's not your
Fuck, that's
country.
fucked up.
Yeah. So, shots that I mean, you know, I guess we could say he lucked out.
I guess so, man. 3 strikes ain't nothing to play with in California. So
Yeah. That's crazy, bro. That's a crazy story.
Yeah.
That's a crazy deal. Lose your citizenship for freedom?
to go back to your country.
I wonder if you could travel to Europe and shit outside of the
yeah,
US.
you just can't come to the U.S.
Which is, I mean, the US is the biggest draw, I feel, out of all the countries.
Ooh, it's
but
right
Really?
here.
Yeah. You don't think so?
No.
For a
What's the
foreigner?
biggest draw? For a foreigner in general.
Europe.
Over US?
What are we gonna do in the U.S., bro?
I'm not saying what we can and can't do. I'm just saying the fantasy, the fantasization.
To visit or to live in?
I guess either. What's more fantasized? The US
The
or
US.
Europe?
The U.S. is glorified.
Right. That doesn't mean when you get here it's fucking roses and candy, but
Right. Land of opportunity.
right. But would you agree with that? That US is probably the most fantasized about in other countries?
I'm only gonna say yeah because this is the country that my family chose to come to, and it seems like that's where a lot of Filipinos come is to the U.S. But now, like a lot of people are going to different countries like Dubai or Qatar, you know, to live in countries like that.
Canada.
because they pay more and less bullshit for the most part, I guess. But yeah, I think the U.S. is up there, but I can't. It's hard for me to say because I'm looking at a different country. You know, I'm looking at Europe as a desirable place to go.
Right, because you're not from there.
Right, and I live in the States,
Yeah.
so it's biased. It's going to be a biased answer for me.
It's the family Mart pop.